like. Okay. For today's lesson, we're gonna be focused on Unit 15. There should be loud. As in every single session, we have an introductory video. You already know that introductory videos are in order to provide us general ideas about the different contents and activity. Let's take a quick look at it.
Teacher, I can hear you.
So it means that we're gonna have different activities and different contents for this session. And for today, we're gonna be talking about modal verbs. In English, we have different modal verbs that we use to ask for permission, obligation, necessity, something that you have to do. But before, we're going to be talking about a new loud. Discuss the problem in your community and come up with answers to teach situations. For example, I think students in our town should be required to wear school uniforms. Students shouldn't be permitted to wear the latest fashions because that promotes jealousy and competition. Also, students will be able to concentrate on their study better if. What do you think about this situation, Roxy? It has to be allowed to the students wear uniform, probably in high school or primary school, or it's not necessary. What do you think about this?
Um, Sorry, the loud, it's like, well, no,
Oh,
leyes.
ley, un nuevo
Okay.
mandato. Okay.
Liar es abogado, ¿verdad?
Exactly.
Ah,
Liar
okay.
es abogado.
Okay. Sorry, what was the question? Sorry.
What do you think about this scenario that we have that students, in your personal opinion, students from high school and primary school have to wear an uniform or not?
I think that wear the school uniform uh, because it's the eh, identificado, no recuerdo cómo se dice la palabra.
Okay, so it means that in other words, wearing a uniform is like an identity to recognize that they are students. In
Exactly.
other words, when you were in high school, do you wear any uniform or not?
Yes, I wear the uniform. Sorry, the school uniform.
Okay, very. Thank you so much for your participation, Roxy. Okay, so as I was telling you, for today's lesson, we're gonna be covering modal verbs must, have to, and should. And I will tell you we have differentiations between them. For example, we use must and have to. They both of them are used for obligation and are often quite similar. However, they are both followed by the infinitive. I must go now. I have to go now. It means for when if you are gonna use must, is you're not gonna use to. I must to, that will be incorrect. But have to, that will be the right form. I have to go now. So in here we have must, have to, and some others. And here we have some examples. For example, we often use must. It's more strong. When we use must, the obligation is must strong. And actually the sentences is coming from the speaker, right? And for more personal opinions about what is necessary to do and have to for what somebody in authority had said it is necessary to do. I must remember to get a present for Daisy. That's my opinion. I am the speaker. You have to look after her regularly. The expert say so. Do you have to wear a tie for school? Which verb do people use more? And here we have some other grammar explanations between have got to, would better, and some other examples. Okay, so it means that we use those modal verbs to express an obligation, to ask for permission, or to express a necessity in English. Also, you're gonna have a video tutorial related to those modal verbs: need to, must, have to, should, to express obligations in English. Okay, so this is an extra information for you to have, and then in order to enhance your knowledges in English. Okay, so then you can have a complete look at in the platform, and then you will see the differences between them. Nevertheless, we're going to have a practice exercise. Complete the sentences positively or negatively. Okay, so we're going to get started this practice exercise, and then we're going to be discussing. For example, select a model that shows how strongly you feel about these issues. Make sure verb is conjugated in its correct form. Should not be, must not be, have to, don't have to. For number one, what do you think, Roxy, will be the first one? People,
Sorry. um, People to use cell phone while driving.
I will say don't have to. People don't have to, don't have
Uh,
to, don't have to use cell phones while driving. While driving. For number two, young people, young people,
don't have to show.
Mm, I don't think with we have the modal verb should we have an infinitive. That will be incorrect.
Okay.
That will be incorrect. Young people
Have to.
have to. Okay, have to. Okay, have to. Young people have to get married while, sorry, married before age 15. For number three, companies required. Okay.
Mm, companies to keep work at periodic breaks. Uh, must not be.
Must not be.
No.
No, 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 no.
Or must.
In this case, we in here all of them have to. I
Ah,
think
okay.
so. It means that we're gonna use have to or don't have to. Okay. But I
Okay.
think that will be an a mistake from the people in the from the platform who works the before from system and the platform probably they got wrong with this because not all the verbs have to go on infinitive. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, very good. Also we're gonna be working
Uh,
on.
so sorry. So
Yes,
in this exercise, we have only have to or
don't
don't have to.
have to and don't have to. For example, permit es permitido, entonces utilizamos have to.
Have to. Okay.
Require es requerido, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Entonces have to.
Have to.
Allow que se permite have to, ¿verdad? De acuerdo al contexto de la oración.
Okay.
Pero como
What is the meaning of allow?
permitir, permitir.
Ah, okay.
Sí.
Is another form to say require?
Y require. Es que require es requerir. Requerir. Allow es permitir. ¿Ok?
Ah, okay, okay.
Yes. Como permit, permitir,
Mm-hmm.
pero ya es más literal.
Okay.
Ok, very good. Entonces acá solo vamos a completar con have to and don't have to, porque son los que se asemejan, ¿verdad? Porque si no tuviéramos to, utilizamos should, must, should not be, must not be. Por ejemplo, acá serían companies must should not give workers periodic breaks. Ok,
Okay.
example. Pero como todos tienen to, entonces vamos a
Asumir.
suponer, asumir que utilizamos have to and don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Also, we're gonna be working on grammar focus tag questions. Okay, in English, we use the tag questions to express a specific action. And here, uh, we have a statement followed by many questions. We use that question to ask for confirmation. That is the base use of tag questions. To ask for confirmation, they mean something like, is that girl? Or did you agree? They are very common in English. However, questions tags are short questions at the end of the statement. They are mainly used in speech when we want to confirm that something is true or not, to encourage a reply from the person we are speaking to. Questions tags are formed with the auxiliary or modal verb from the statement and the appropriate subject. A positive statement is followed by the negative question tag. When we have the sentence in affirmative, our tag question will be a negative. Okay. For example, in here, Jack is from Spain. It means that the question, the sentence or the statement is in Spanish, is in affirmative, sorry. It means that the third question will be in negative. Isn't he? Also in here, Mary can speak English. We have an affirmative statement. So it would the third question will be in negative. Can't she? But If the statement is negative, the that question will be in past and affirmative. They aren't funny, are they? He shouldn't say things like that. Should he? Okay, so that will be the differentiation between them. Also, we have that question with the auxiliary verb do does. They went to the cinema, didn't they? She studied New Zealand, didn't she? For simple past. But for simple present, you play the guitar, don't you? Allison likes tennis, doesn't she? Okay. En pocas palabras, muchachos, cuando tenemos las that question, si la oración está de manera afirmativa, la that question va a ser de manera negativa. Viceversa, si la oración está en negativa, el that question será en, en afirmativa. ¿Ok? Entonces, así trabajamos nosotros los that question, básicamente para confirmar la información de lo que se está hablando, de acuerdo al contexto. And here we have affirmative statements. Health insurance is really expensive. The third question is a negative, isn't it? There are lots of animals in the city, aren't there? A graffiti makes everything look ugly, doesn't it? Colleagues should provide daycare, shouldn't they? Okay, but if we have a negative statement, the third question will be in affirmative. Child care isn't cheap, is it? There aren't enough police, are there? People don't care about our city, do they? You can find affordable child care, can you? Okay. Also, in here, you're gonna have a two video tutorials about how to make the top questions in English. uh, those are really important for you to watch because you will be clarifying any doubts or any questions that you might have related to this content. Also in here, you're gonna have a that question practice video tutorial to continue enhancing your uh, educational experiences. Also in here, we have some thought question examples, and they are related about what I was explaining to you. We have that questions using present be, simple present, simple past, past continuous, present continuous, past perfect, will, and modal verbs. Okay? And a new law, we already made this activity. Also, you're gonna be having another reading. How serious is plagiarism? And you're gonna have the chance to take this reading. And how serious is plagiarism? And then you're going to discovering what is the reading about. Also, at the end, you're going to complete the TAT questions that we have for this session. Okay, and it will have 5 points. You will get 5 points. If you made then all of them correctly. Okay. Do you have a question, Roxy?
Not sure. It's clear for me so far.
Okay, thank you so much. Probably tomorrow we're gonna be working on session 9, but I will let you know. Okay.
Ok, está bien.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time, Roxy, and thank you so much for your participation. Take care and have a great afternoon so far.
Ok, teacher. See you.
Bye bye.